honey. Let's go on this lover's boat ride. Whoa, whoa.
Make you happy. That is all I want to do. I will never hurt you. Cause I'm in love with you. Sugar honey. Let's go on that lover's boat ride. Meet me on the boat ride. You and me will be jamming all night. Like two turtles up tight, tight. Want to hear you say, don't rock it, baby. Just keep it steady. Meet me on the boat ride. You and me will be jamming all night. Like two turtles up tight, tight. Want to hear you say, don't rock it, baby. Just keep it steady. Don't rock it, baby. Just keep it steady.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. Your number one station for political insight and analysis.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Right, we officially here, man. 15 minutes after 1 o'clock. If you're just joining, good afternoon and Happy New Year. We are here live on the Street 919 FM. This Street Council is in session. Speaker of the Dream presiding. I know there's things to talk. I don't see the phone lines ringing and thing. We will get to the calls in a second. Just let me get through a couple of these bills real quick and we're going to do this thing, you know? All right, so real quick, guys. I know a lot of you have been seeing the message about KFC, not talking about the restaurant, not celebrating Carnival this year. Listen, the Christmas holidays might be wrapping up, but KFC is not slowing down all January long. Just stay locked into KFC for real value, real flavor, and real deals that make sense for your pocket. Same quality, same taste, same finger-licking good energy. Happy New Year, TNT, coming from the good folks over at KFC. Just came back from the press conference that they held to address the situation. Trust me, y'all gonna see the vibes come in just now, and you'll know exactly what it is happening with KFC. All right, don't you worry about that. And you already know with the new year comes the fetting season. Carnival time is in the air and in full effect. And you can make your fetting experience even better with the Playway Breakaway promotion. Wager at least one Megamix option for a chance to win up to $130 to 1 at no additional cost. Breakaway with Playway today. Must be 18 years and older to play. Please play responsibly.
I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand.
And all potential homeowners, please stop just imagining your perfect home and start building it. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's Choice, is celebrating its 75th anniversary with the My Dream Home Loan. You can get financing up to a maximum of $1.5 million. Use it for building your dream home or for the purchase of a built property. We're giving you very competitive interest rate and more time to pay. Your dream home is within reach. Apply today. Give them a call at 639-8375 or find them online at mpcutobago.com. That's Mount Pleasant Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of legacy, growth, and community.
Instead of staying out there and freezing.
Right.
Because now, more than ever.
Yeah, well, yeah. Time to get into it.
Discipline.
I assume the holiday has not numbed your memory of what the numbers are to call.
Strong and better nation.
342-0081, 466-5391. Phone lines are open, and of course we have the things them to talk. I saw the phone ringing earlier, so let's see what's going on in people's heads. Let's see what's on your minds in this new year, in this first session. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brother Hakim.
How are you?
I'm all right, and I'm a big up KFC first.
All right, right out the gate, huh?
The lone survivor who tried to voice his opinion for a sick man and they tried to victimize him. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I only have one thing to say. This present government has unleashed terror on the poor citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for your contribution, member. Oh boy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be leaving a lot of the talking to y'all, especially in this new afternoon. With all the things that have been going on. It is very interesting to see that we just Yeah, we kind of just, you know, while we was celebrating our festive holiday season, you know, just enjoying our black cake and sorrel and our pastels. And then, you know, all of the sudden, I realized that it has been kind of, it's becoming a lot more expensive to be a driver on the road. I don't know if it passed over anybody else's head, but while we were out here and just enjoying ourselves and being merry, a lot of brand new rules came into effect. And I'm not sure if everybody else was made aware.
Remember the key to success.
But right now, if you know you're a person not a very good at following the rules and regulations of the road, it's going to be a lot worse for you at the moment, at present time.
We surely will.
But don't take my word for it. Let's
Ever we must show.
Let me just take a quick moment to load the video in question up, because I found it. Well, you know what? Let's save the conversation for after the video, as we always do. For those of you watching online, good afternoon to you, and of course to those of you who are also listening on the radio, you'll of course be able to hear. So let's take it in now. First video of the year.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
I have to apologize to the public, because apparently I did drop the ball on something important, and as Street Driver 47, I should have been on top of things. While the public were waking up on Christmas morning excited to open presents, or just be excited to spend time with family members, while the Ministry of Works and Transport were wishing you all a happy Christmas season, you were also busy raising traffic fines and releasing that information on Christmas morning when you weren't paying attention. No parliamentary debates, no press conference, no social media posting, but like a thief in the night, we are now getting reports that the Minister of Transport has increased a number of traffic fines by at least 100%. And these new fines come into effect January 1st, which is next week. Fines that were 2,000 are now 4,000. What was 1,000 are now 2,000. What was 1,500 now 3,000. I want to remind you all that most of these new increases are separate from the increases that we got at the start of December. Added to that, do you all remember when the person that we all could agree was oppressing drivers for a number of years, Rohanson, and decided that they had made enough money from traffic tickets and he lowered some of the fines? Well, some of those same fines are actually more now than they were under him. For example, exceeding the speed limit by between 1 and 9 kilometers per hour went up from 1,000 to 2,000. The speed limit is 80 and they catch you doing 81 or 82, you now have $2,000 for the state. Unauthorized parking on the grounds of a public building, that went up from $750 to $1,500. Vehicle without two working headlights from 1,000 to 2,000. Vehicle without a parking light from 1,000 to 2,000. Vehicle without a tail light from 1,000 to 2,000. We went right back and surpassed what Rohan was hitting us. And those were just a few. I can't list all, but the majority of them would double. Meanwhile, on their page, no mention of it, but have a Merry Christmas. They did this exact same thing with Section 34 when they came on the night of our independence, when everybody was focused on the fireworks and they dropped the bombshell like boom. I hope nobody noticed. It's the exact same thing. They came on Christmas morning when everybody distracted eating ham and whining and doing over the place like the beach. They come and say, oh yeah, by the way, traffic fines going on. Now come and say if it was a typo or a misprint or somebody printed what they wasn't supposed to print and somebody somewhere lying. Let's hear the truth. And before any of you come start making excuses, let's go back to what was said while the election campaign was going on.
Traffic fines are too high. UNC government will reduce traffic fines across the board.
We have since found out, even before these new increases, that that was a lie. They indeed were not going to lower traffic fines. And before you even come and say that it's about road safety and just do the right thing, let's again go back to that same clip.
What is publicly presented as a mission for public safety, you know what? is really a scheme by this corrupt, wicked government to collect more taxes for revenue collection.
Remember the key to success is working hard.
Yeah, boy.
For our country we must have regard.
So in case you had missed it, yeah.
Let we start to build.
Transportation Minister raised the fees for driving and traffic violations.
More than ever we
They
must.
came into effect as of New Year's Day, guys. I will go into some of them in a little bit, but yeah, let's hear from a couple people. What's going on out there? Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. What's up?
Hey, truck man, Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you. Take your first one for the year.
I like that.
Yeah, everything good. We're having New Year to trade hands to the 91.9 crew, staff management, and the callers family. Saucer, KFC, Panadol, and everybody go good. The big mics and everybody. I didn't get to talk to all over the weekend. It was my birthday over the weekend, so family had no occupied.
Yeah. Well, all the best birthday blessings, bro.
Yeah, everything was good, nice. Well, like Jumpy said, I don't have. I would say yes, I voted for them. But this, is my main beef right now. Besides them traffic fines as a driver, you see this thing with no water. Up in Santa Cruz there, from where I live, going straight up into Cantaro. Days up in Maharaj Trace is months, 3 months for them crying out for water. Some of them go down the road. Where I work, I got some kegs for an elderly family. It's just the lady and her sister and the son. But I mean, there's only so much you could do. Some kegs are full of water. Where I live in Dragon Village, if I get the water, say 8 o'clock in the night, that would, as 5 o'clock in the morning, you cut the door. I can't get a good night rest. And it is pressure. Because to me, you can't give a people everything as a government. But it's the basic essentials that we're paying for, give us that. Start with that. The water and current, God. Come on, don't do people that. What about a house? So like in my house, it's predominantly female.
Right.
Come on. What we do is, that was, I want to send me water, give me coffee and Moby. That's my view. Because one person said on the radio, well, we have to ration in water. And because I ration now, I will look off here to give there. And when I look off there, I should give over here. All right, no problem. Well, then I should take a note of all the days I can get water. And so here, my water rate bill had to ration too. Out of a 90-day period. I only get 45 days, then I should only charge for 45 days. What? I mean, that is my beef. That is my beef, right? Had some days I up and down with my car going to get water. And there's a hill I live on, so I tote these things up the hill. Back in the days when I was a youth man, toting water. Yeah, but that's stress. Right now, my wife called me, she said, the water lock off. Right? But other than that,
wrong, boy.
Other than that, I don't want the pressure to go up and think I'm coming on the road, be safe on the road. Yeah, I work at what I have and how best I could and how we make it work. So for this new year, let's pick it up one at a time and let's keep going.
Right.
So Hashim, nice to hear that you're back out in Israel. And as again, the whole family of the 91.9 crew, we're there with each other. Let's make it work somehow.
Yeah.
So lockdown listening. Hey, and I have one quick thing before I leave this, because I'll smile on everybody's face.
Yeah, what's up?
If I have it correct, it's 52 states make up the United States of America, right?
No, it's 50 states, continuous states, and then it's Puerto Rico,
and Alaska.
U.S. Virgin Islands. No. Alaska and Hawaii is the two off states from the 48.
Right.
And then you have the little territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, well, then Trinidad and Venezuela has become a territory now, and our Prime Minister is now governor.
Wow. You know what? Before you get me in trouble, just honk the horn for the people that let me go.
That is your opinion. That is the views at the opening of the truck, man.
I hear you.
So we are cheer up America. So lockdown, listen, everybody, have a good day.
Yes, I big up yourself. Big up yourself, Chuck, man. Ah, Lord. Oh, you're going to get me in trouble this year. I don't see that already. Hey, guys, we got a brand new segment for our carnival season coming up. It is your road march of the day, courtesy of Royal Castle. Check it out.
Royal Castle flavor? Double check. Let's dive into the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we head into the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Baby, when you whine on me. Somebody get the phone, go to the telephone. I get wet. I get wet. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there. And when I hold on your body, I'm gonna say my name. Like this is respectfully yours. Don't get a party. Me and my baby, grooving and jamming, grooving and jamming. The music sweet, and we feeling sweet. I ain't ashamed to say, every night and day. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. I want to love you right, yeah. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. When the rhythm pumping up, it's everybody jumping up. We sweating, and when the sun is blazing, it's party like we crazy. We fetting, all are we fetting. Take a trip, dance a dance. Everybody saying something, but you talking the loudest every time. I'm coming back. I only want to fetch with you. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there. And when I hold on your body, I'm gonna say my name. Like this is respectfully yours. Don't get a party. Me and my baby, grooving and jamming, grooving and jamming. The music sweet, and we feeling sweet. I ain't ashamed to say, every night and day. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. I want to love you right, yeah. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you.
That was the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we head into the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Who going to live in a foreign land?
Ah, boy. This is why I enjoy carnival time. Oh, God. Yes, I, guys. Road March Song of the Day, courtesy of Royal Castle. You didn't know that is the sounds of a full-blown. It's called Respectfully Yours. That one is blowing up the season right now. So y'all get familiar. Yeah, they brought you good spirits last year, and now they're coming back again, second rounds, and they're doing it big. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Yes, I all yeah. So let me get back into the thing now. Phone lines are already off. So let's see what y'all have to say about these new traffic rules, boy. Good afternoon.
Yo, Hashim the Dream.
Yes, I.
Yeah, man. Well, first and foremost, this song you play, it's song like a real cool song. I thought it was original. That's a remake of a song that come out a couple years ago.
It samples crazy when you
But
cold
that's
sweats. It sounds
cold sweat.
yeah, yes. It samples cold sweats from crazy.
Yeah, I think that original cold sweat by Crazy come out a couple years maybe when I was in primary school. But
Yeah. That is it's a while back. It's a while back ago. That tune out.
yeah, man. But it's sung real nice, you know. Every now and then, different artists and different genre does, I guess, pay tribute to certain songs and things. So nothing wrong with, you know, a remix or sample. It's song cool.
Mm-hmm.
And as you mentioned, the Good Spirit song, I think that song is like right up there with one of my favorite songs of 2025 and for the future, you know.
For sure.
That Good Spirit song is really putting in a good spirit, bro. But in terms of the issues, I must say, first and foremost, and I mean this sincerely and respectfully, it is kind of hurt me a little bit when you hear sometimes, you know, persons stating their opinion and making claims, and you're not too sure if they're genuine. Because I say that because it's our persons who might be dealing with issues for real, and unfortunately, a culture might have developed where people kind of imitating as though they're dealing with things whatever and to try and kind of ride the wave now, you know. But in terms of the fines specifically, I haven't like done a thorough review of all the fines, but I support the initiative and the mindset that I gather from it. In the sense of, you know, reinstilling appreciation for doing the right things, because you know, separate from the statement the Prime Minister would have made about her view that Trinidad has become a lawless society. I mean, we have been in a serious state for quite some time, and real action is necessary to bring us back. You know, every time I call, and always is my view as a one citizen. I really believe we need to have equal rights and equal opportunity as a fundamental. And once we get that, you know, I think that's like the core characteristics for us to respect each other's choices. And from there, you know, we can have, you know, a positive, prosperous country. So won't be too long-winded. I think, you know, it's a good initiative. And once they have facilities in place to, like, you know, not make following the law difficult. So, for example, in certain areas, I would like to believe they would have do the proper research. And if they have, like, no parking in certain areas, but you know that the activity in that area and the population at certain times is a certain volume, then, you know, are there parking lots available that people can park? You know, you can't just say no parking and then people can't find a parking spot at all, which might, which might force them to take chances and things. So I hope they would have do the proper research and thing. But, you know, simple things like, you know, I guess wearing your seatbelt, following the speed limit, that shouldn't be too difficult to comply with, you know. So I support that. And I mean, a couple other things that, I mean, you know, just in general, I hope that they look at Ministry of Labor too and see how companies, you know, operate and their hiring practices, how they treat their employees, etc., etc. So I will leave it there for now, sticking to the topic and keep up the great work, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for your contribution, Brother Trev.
That is the main foundation.
Yes, if you just join in, you know, you're coming in on us, you know, just doing basic catch-ups of all the bacchanal that transpired over our brief sabbatical over the holiday season. Yeah, and so we're just touching on these new updated traffic laws from the Ministry of Transportation. And, yeah, like, honestly, it is let's go through it first before sentiments and opinions. And of course, feel free to call in and chime in your own opinions. But yes.
This also goes for every Trinbagonian.
The order came into effect as of New Year's Day, January 1st, 2026. The 9th schedule to the Motor Vehicles and Road Traffic Act is amended in the 3rd column, and this is from A to G. So A, in items, oof. All right, so you're gonna have to you're gonna have to go through these different numbers and understand.
To build a strong and better nation.
I understand what's what. All right. So in the items 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 17, 19, 20, 38, 39, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 60, 64, 66, 67, 69, 75, 77, 78, 86, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, and 96 by deleting the word 1,000 and substituting the word 2,000. So whatever violations are among those items in the Road Traffic Act, the fine that you would have originally paid of $1,000 is now $2,000. Everything going up, people. Item B. In items 2, 28, 29, 32, 34, 42, 43, 49, 65, 72, 73, 79, 80, 81, 84, and 85 by deleting the word $750 and substituting the words $1,500. Again, doubling the price. Just for your future reference, just a spoiler, most of these items have been doubled in price of fines, okay? All right, C. In items 12 and 89, by deleting the word 2,000 and substituting the word 4,000. God, I need to go and find all these items and memorize these, because I need to make sure I'm not violating the new $4,000 one. Let's see. In item 13, deleting the words 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and 3,000 respectively, and substituting the words 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and 6,000 respectively. These are violations that we're facing right now. That's the prices. Now again, I don't know the specific items off by heart to know what violation this is. You'll have to do your diligence and your research. I'm just letting you know what items are being raised and by how much. All right. Let's see. Where we are, item E. Yes, in the items 30, 35, 37, 48, 62, 63, 74, 76, 82, and 87 by deleting the word 300 and substituting the word 600.
Remember,
I wonder if that's wrecking or anything to do with wrecking, but
for our country,
that's the lowest number on these new amendments, huh? In item 36, by deleting the word 1,200 and substituting with 2,400, that is item F. And finally, G, in items 40, 71, and 88, by deleting the word $450 and substituting the word $900.
that is the main foundation.
Wow.
So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land.
Now again,
Come my brother, come my
you would have to go into
nation together.
the Motor Vehicles and Road Traffic Act to see what items are which, to see what the new fines would be if you violate them. But all in all, all of this is meant to say, people, nation, in 2026, do not catch yourself lacking on the nation's roads
I do have to spell them.
for whatever reason.
Cause you know as well as I do the only way
If you know it have a spark,
is putting more
if you
effort.
know your light bulbs in your headlights a little twitchy at times,
Cause now
go check that quick.
ever we must show discipline
If you know your sticker not sticking
and production.
up to date, go and check that bad boy.
Strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation.
If you're pulling a bad drive, all y'all who like to drive on shoulder to cut traffic,
Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation
all
together.
y'all who does run red lights, all 5 seconds after the light red, you speeding through like a train. Y'all who fail to understand that flicking the black switch on the left side of your wheel means that you're going either left or right. Those y'all who don't know how to use an indicator, and then all of a sudden happen on an accident because you forgot to tell people there a change in lane.
It also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land.
For the parking in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Now is the time to come home and do
Wrecking fees was already pressure already. I don't even want to know
something out there. And
what they gonna tell you when you pull up at the garage.
because now more than ever we must show
Cause this ain't no way.
discipline, tolerance, and production.
This is tax on tax on tax on tax.
Strong and better nation. I say that is the main.
Don't let them little traffic wardens with the bright green vests on
Hand in hand. Because
have any reason to stop all, yeah?
come my brother, come
Those of you who traverse in the Woodbrook area and go up a certain street, or you know which street I'm talking about. I'm not giving it away on the air. But y'all know exactly which street it is. It's right after Fatima College. And you're not supposed to make a certain direction when you come up that street during certain times of the day. All you know in the afternoon. You never know when there's be pulling up waiting for all you to do wrong, eh? All you do the right thing. And y'all already know police out here to get it. I see nobody got no award for the most tickets distributed between the months of June and December. I wanted to be able to follow up on that story because over 1,500 between last January and last June. I was hoping to get a July to December award as some police officers to be awarded. What going on in that aspect? Who it was that gave them the award, boy? It was Alex. Was it Alexander? I can't remember. I don't think it was Alexander. I can't remember. The point is, I wanted to see a sequel because for the last 6 months of 2025, I see enough traffic stops, enough people getting tickets. I thought people was out there to get it. I thought they were looking for a little plaque, a little award, and nothing. I ain't right. Now a lot of people here, they say they are very supportive of the rules and it being tightened and restrained on people, and to an extent I understand, and it is my hope, it's a dream really, that you raising these traffic fees, hopefully it will waiver potential wrongdoers from doing strippiness on the road and keeping their vehicle up to date. It is a hope, but let's be real with ourselves. Sometimes things happen without people's knowledge. Imagine if you are on the road, your car was working just fine when you left, and all of a sudden your light went faulty while you are out on the road. you wouldn't have known from just driving.
Ever we must show.
Then you get pulled over by the police, and now all of a sudden you have to pay double because of this.
Build a strong and better nation.
$1,000 was already hefty for a lot of people, but $2,000.
So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my friend.
$2,000 is half of people's a lot of people's paychecks. We're looking for people to bend over backwards to get these to get these ticket sales. Wow. But I think the real...
So much of things that we need to see about.
I mean, apart from the price going up, I mean, when prices go up on anything, we are all understandably not amused by that, right? When the price in grocery goes up, you suck your teeth. You know, if restaurants raise their prices on a menu, you custom paying $20 for something in a restaurant you like. Now it's $30 because, you know, things brown. So now you had to suck it up, because if you really want that little lunch item, you're gonna have to fork over $10 extra.
Come let us work hand in hand, because this is...
But I think the issue that really comes out is that it literally just it felt like this just came under the counter, like someone slid it across the table in a bunch of other files and be like, yeah, put that up on the wall while everybody out to the office while nobody looking. You know what I mean? Because the order came that these new fees would come into effect with very little fanfare, very little announcement of any kind. No post on social media, nothing. Not even an announcement in Parliament, apparently. So it was just very off guard. Not not addressed in any way before, just to say, hey, we just letting all you know this about to happen. You know? Like when we was doing the stand your ground laws. Same thing. We were talking about that months in advance before it passed in the Parliament. But with this, slide it in one time and slap it on them. I think that more than anything, I think, has people vexed. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Dream.
Yeah.
Well, extremely quick. I know you read out some of the laws. For example, I think one with like a blown tail light. For something like that, a little consideration should be given. So maybe I know they say officers are supposed to use their judgment, right? So based on the scenario, etc., you could probably document it, and however you give a warning. So you note it on the system that you encounter vehicle XYZ with a blown tail light on this day, and a grace period of 10 days was given. So if on the off chance you encounter that vehicle 15 days later and the tail light still blown, well then you give a significant grace period.
And you know what, Brother Trev? That is a very that is very pragmatic and very logical way to go about it. But I will rebuff with a question. How many of these policemen really out here just be thinking that way?
Well, you might be correct, because I was now going to say too, so the citizenry don't feel like it's really just a hunt to tax them down now. So we hope, I mean, sure, yeah, you correct too with that analysis, but all of that might need to be analyzed too from, the lawmakers, the administrators of the law, and us as citizens. Everybody needs to be honest and just, and just keep it real. So we hope with the work that we do in here, voicing our opinions, we hope that it adds to reasonable thinking across the board, and in terms of the rules, so but that's point number one in terms of the rules. You know, if it is you see somebody not wearing the seatbelt driving Almira and they decide to give a ticket, if you see somebody in the same situation driving a Mercedes Benz, no seatbelt, you know, we need to have that consistency across the board. You know, because consistency, that kind of lack of consistency it might contribute to why we in a state of imbalance right now. So just adding that in real quick, but you're going good there.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your contribution.
Yeah, man.
And right on time, because we do have to take this pause for the cause and take a quick brief break. And of course, guys, if you want to voice your opinions here, you know the numbers 3420081 466-5391. Don't go anywhere. The council shall return.
Because now more than ever.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
Building dreams, delivering excellence. That's McClatchy Construction Company Limited. Since 2008, McClatchy Construction has grown into one of Trinidad and Tobago's most trusted names in construction. From residential homes to large-scale commercial and industrial projects, we bring integrity, innovation, and professionalism to every endeavor. Our services include general contracting, design and build, construction management, restorations, renovations, structural steelworks, infrastructure development, home construction, and equipment rental. Whatever your vision, we have the expertise to bring it to life. With over 17 years of proven experience and a portfolio of landmark projects, more than 70% of our work comes from repeat clients, a true testament to our quality and reliability. For trusted construction solutions, contact McClatchy Construction Company Limited at 221-5405 or 222-5897 or via email. admin@mcclatchyconstruction.com. McClatchy Construction Company Limited. Building strong foundations for a better tomorrow.
What are you doing? Crunch Nival at KFC is so special to all our we. Like we need blood and we vein. We need KFC again and again. Time to crunch, time to crunch, time to crunch down now. Start to crunch with your crew, look the touchdown now. What are you doing? KFC, time to wave and just bite down now because it's Crunch Nival.
What are you doing? Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC, Carnival, when you bite it. Flavor, thicker, like rocket. It's a Crunch Nival with the baddest bucket. Bada ding, bada boom. Make best, make room. The steam finger licking. It's a Crunch Nival with KFC. Chicken, joy, carnival, and every crunch with KFC. When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunch Nival at KFC.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Palori, fry, bake, roti, and doubles too, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, the Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yohana. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM, every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Mathkoya.
West to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John
every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health performance and disease. Join him as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079 or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Remember,
every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
live on the Street 919 FM.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready for words, blitz, and raw lyrical fire. It's Kaisorama 2026, the ultimate extempo and freestyle competition where only the sharpest minds survive. On Monday, February 2nd, the battle begins at Radisson Hotel with the preliminary round at 7 p.m. Watch the nation's best extempo giants go head-to-head, thinking fast, rhyming faster. Then it all comes down to the grand final on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m. at Napa. One crown, one champion, pure lyrical mastery. Think you have what it takes? Registration is now open until Friday, January 30th at all Tuco offices. Tickets, preliminary $150, grand final $250. Don't miss the clash of culture, creativity, and calypso brilliance. Kaisorama 2026, where lyrics rule and legends are born.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land.
Yes, guys, we are here. We are here. Have no fear. Street Council in session. You already know how the vibes just go.
Instead of staying out there and freezing, because now, more than ever, we must show.
Remember, guys, we are in that spirit. It's the carnival spirit, so make sure you make a mass this carnival with the Playway Breakaway promotion. Wager on at least one mega mix option for a chance to win up to $130 to one at no additional cost. Breakaway with Playway today. Must be 18 years and older to play, and of course, please play responsibly.
Come, my sister, and let us build a nation together.
So like we said, guys, so much of things to see about while we were on break, and we're gonna get to all of them. Don't worry. Just to follow up on what Brother Trev was suggesting before we went on the break, you know, with respect to certain traffic violations, it would be very pragmatic of the police force, you know, to provide some leniency. You catch someone with an offense, you might be able to, you know, once they respectful, you know, respect will go both ways. But if you catch someone with like something like, for example, that faulty tail light, mark it down, put it in the system, and give them a grace period to get it fixed. And if they get catch again, and you realize it hasn't been fixed, obviously it hasn't been fixed, you have it in the notes already, then you slap them with the fine. But again, you know, knowing the not so pleasant history between the public and our local men and women in uniform, it doesn't always go that way. So, you might catch a police officer on a good day where they decide to give you a break, but depending on what happened the night before, they get in an argument with their significant other, or the child not doing good in school, or they probably just got some stupid instructions from their commanding officer, and they just not in a mood to be people, and they say rules is rules, and just slap you with that $2,000. It's complex. I know, and I hate to see it, but I definitely hope that something like what Trev suggested would be or could be implemented. In case you were wondering, Dr. Wakanda, that's what he was referring to in that regard. And boy, I just honestly wish that the ministry had really just given proper notice, not just slide it under the table while we were eating turkey, and then say, yeah, by the way, this is such and such, and you're like, a little notice would be nice, a little warning ahead of time. Like if you had told us at the top of December, hey, this is what's happening, we would at least been prepped for it. We would have known. We would have known it was coming. But say what? Yes. It's taken of course, the major event that happened while we were on the break.
So much of things that we need to see about.
Essentially, we are now, I want to say that essentially they have declared war.
It's putting more effort and
because they've dropping
because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance.
If dropping bombs on a city doesn't, I don't want to say it's a bomb, but oh God,
I say
firing on a city of a sovereign nation isn't a declaration of war. I don't know what is, and I'm sure I don't need to explain y'all who or what I'm talking about. But let's just run over the whole story in detail.
Let's build a nation together.
Right, so on January 3rd, 2026, the United States launched a large-scale military operation against Venezuela, including airstrikes and special forces action around the city of Caracas. The mission was widely reported as aimed at capturing Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores. Maduro and Flores were seized in Caracas and flown to New York City, where they are expected to face U.S. federal charges, including alleged drug trafficking and narcoterrorism conspiracies that date back years. The Trump administration framed the operation as part of a law enforcement and self-defense effort against narcotics, trafficking, and organized crime with links to Maduro's government, though the legal basis for military force inside Venezuela is widely disputed. President Trump publicly stated the U.S. would run Venezuela temporarily and ensure a political transition while tapping into the country's oil resources, raising concerns about geopolitical motives. Meanwhile, Venezuela's government and military denounced the attack as illegal kidnapping and aggression, declaring a state of emergency and ordering arrests of anyone seen as aiding the U.S. operation domestically. Vice President Delcy Rodriguez was sworn in as interim president by Venezuela's Supreme Court and has rejected U.S. authority. Latin American countries and regional blocs condemned the strikes as violations of international law and sovereignty and called for dialogue and United Nations involvement, though not all explicitly demanded Maduro's release. United Nations Chief Antonio Gutierrez and other world leaders raised alarms about stability, legality, and regional fallout, underscoring that a member state attacking another and seizing its leader risks major diplomatic repercussions. International law experts and institutions argue that the operation likely violates the UN Charter and sets a dangerous precedent for cross-border abductions without Security Council sanctions. Countries like China and Russia have condemned the action. Others worry about how this reshapes the norms on sovereignty and force. Listen, guys. We can go back and forth about this all day long. Whether you support what Trump as a person or not, this is setting a precedent that countries can just go into other people's countries and take what they want. I don't know how else you can even deem to look at it, right? America basically invaded Caracas and took its leader. Horrible as he may be, cruel as he may be, because he is by no means a perfect person. He has his own controversies. But for you to say that I am the country that runs the world and I say who's in charge, that is literally what Trump is saying.
And onward to progress we surely will.
And tell me different. Please call here and try to convince me otherwise. Right? I'm not even involved in Trinidad and Tobago at this point. Although I had a conversation this morning, somebody telling me that the reason that town was so blocked up on Saturday is because they bring Maduro in transit here. I was holding him here, detaining him here before they fly him out to the States. I don't believe that. But you know what? Trini in the back and out, they're gonna involve we somehow. And of course we are already involved. We know this. Because America is here operating. We are basically their point of call for this issue that is going on between that country. But again, I'm not dragging us into it. I'm not dragging us into the argument just yet. Let's just focus on the U.S. specifically, right? And what they are doing.
So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out.
This is the same playbook from 20 years ago in the Bush administration, when Iraq was claimed to have weapons of mass destruction. America saw fit to see itself into the Middle East and launch a war that basically lasted nearly just about 20 years.
That is the main foundation.
Before Biden finally said, yeah, it's time to pull out officially. After fully destabilizing the region, leaving it in chaos.
Come, my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Chaos of all kinds. After doing all that, they decide to up and leave. Leave the place in disarray. The same playbook is happening, and now it is just the difference is that it's oil and Venezuela. With Iraq, it was weapons of mass destruction. Mind you, America is the country that wields the most weapons of mass destruction anywhere. And even back then, they superseded the amount of weapons of mass destruction any other country in the world had. Much less today, where they literally have 20 times more military weapons, nukes, than half the countries underneath them put together. And yet every year they spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars upgrading their weapons, but purchasing weapons, buying weapons. Mind you, they have no free health care. People in the States fighting for affordable meds for themselves. Dirty rust water in certain states. But we definitely need all the money for weapons, though. Now the same is happening right on our front door. Except Trump just took it a step further. Right? I mean, with Americans, they went in and eventually they caught Saddam Hussein, Iraqi Saddam Hussein. Because I know there's a Trini Saddam Hussein. So, yeah. They got him. They put him on trial after digging him out of a hole. Eventually, he was put to death. What do you think is going to happen with Maduro? I'll tell you right now, he's not going to be rotting in any prison. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, very good. So I'm here again.
Hey, Charles.
But on that point you're making there, right? Here was my question. I'm not being naive, right? I mean, I don't always have the chance to always do all the research. But here's the question I want to ask, right? But and I'll draw a point. Manuel Noriega was arrested, let's say, for drug trafficking, right? We had the Honduran president, the former president, who was say right now 45 years. Ferdinand Marcos. Right now, here is Pablo Escobar was probably the largest or biggest drug lord in Colombia. Right? But isn't, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Colombia one of the major South American countries that produces cocaine? How come you never go in Colombia? And hunt down the Colombian authority?
You're asking the real questions. You're asking the real questions.
How come no administration ever did that? No, they say the late Saddam Hussein was Martian, but it was declassified. I think that they didn't find nothing. Conspiracy theories say that they financed the Iran-Iraq war. When Ayatollah Khomeini, they couldn't appease him, he couldn't appease all this, and they financed Iraq to fight against Iran. I'm just going by. I mean, there are those who have all the more information out there. You could correct me or enhance what I'm saying. So you make a good point. How come all of a sudden now you say what laws, international law or American law that Mr. Maduro violated? Do we have? Yes. Because I mean that, and I'm not saying it in a way that I'm supporting a regime that does this or that. It is not that, but I mean fair is fair, innocent until proven guilty. Natural law. So. That is just my little humble view. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say, I've spoken to a lot of Venezuelans say, you all don't know Maduro. I say, I'm not disputing that. I'm not saying that, But you're going after a man, let's our individual make sure you have it. That's the habit. So that is just my simple view on what you are just saying. What you just mentioned. So lock down and listen, as usual. Take care.
All right. Appreciate it, Chuckman. And yeah, that is another factor. I know for a fact that many Venezuelans, particularly those in Venezuela, are very much celebrating the removal of Maduro. And again, perfectly understandable, because before all of this debacle with the U.S., we have been hearing about Maduro's terrible regime akin to dictatorship. It makes perfect sense for the Venezuelan people to be happy that he's gone. But I like to answer questions with follow-up questions. Because now when you remove someone like that, there's usually someone even worse in the wings waiting for a chance to take their place. So yeah, Maduro is gone, but remember, his government is still very much functioning, right? His vice president has been sworn in as interim, and I'm assuming that not many of his policies will change because it's still his administration that is in charge and full of a lot of dangerous people. You know, so while some Venezuelans are happy that Maduro himself is gone, they're also very wary because they're not sure what's going to come next, what next will happen, or how their government will respond. Because like I already said, they're already arresting people who are seen to be aiding the U.S. operations, right? And I'm sure that includes celebrating the fact that Maduro is gone.
Who going to live in a foreign land?
Problems don't just get solved because you remove the main issue. When you remove the main issue without a proper solution, 100 more problems bubble up from where you poked it out.
Because now,
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Trying to join the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I like to go back to history, you know. Contemporary history, not too far.
Mm-hmm.
When Hugo Chavez won election in Venezuela, 75% of the population was living in abject poverty.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked himself, how can you have the largest reserve of oil in the world, and yet your population, so much of them is living in abject poverty?
Honest question to ask.
He found the answer. The companies which were extracting the oil from Venezuela's ground were giving them the bad end of the stick.
Mm-hmm. Exxon,
they had
Shell,
the creme de la creme, and Venezuela had the crumbs.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Chavez said to him, well, look, this can't happen. These people need to lift themselves from where they are. I can't be president of this country and this happening. You have to give me a better deal.
Mm-hmm.
They said, no. We ain't no better deal. That's the one you have to take. A company named Chevron said, listen, we understand what Mr. Maduro is saying, and they made a deal with him, and they're still there up to today. Right? All the others and them left because they wanted to keep the creme de la creme. Now, when that happened, Mr. Maduro nationalized the industry. And after he nationalized the industry, the U.S. put sanctions on him. And here what the sanction was.
Mm-hmm.
All of the money that Mr. Maduro had in U.S. banks, which were billions, plus he had a company in the USA which was selling petrol to Americans. All of that. And also there was a refinery in the USA. All of that was from Mr. Maduro. Cutting off a whole set of assets from him. And then they told him you cannot sell any oil to anyone anywhere on planet Earth. So they made sure the country virtually had no money. The bolivar became virtually a dollar. Nobody wanted 3,000 bees to one and all kinds of things like that. That's what happened. And when that happened, naturally, people's standard of living will plummet. And those whose standard of living plummeted, they decided to take to their feet to go to Colombia, to go to neighboring countries. Some of them came to Trinidad, some of them went to Peru, some of them went to Spain. And they called Mr. Maduro a bad boy because they was not getting what they wanted. But the truth is, Mr. Maduro was the victim of U.S. policy, U.S. sanctions. And he was trying to survive and trying to give everybody what he could to ride out these sanctions. So it must have come to a head, and when it came to a head, it became Mr. Trump realized that Mr. Maduro, almost like Cuba, was going to ride with the sanctions and survive, because Cuba has been on sanctions before I was, Cuba was sanctions since somewhere in 1962 or somewhere around there, right? So the whole idea is simply this. Mr. Trump said that this cannot happen, and Mr. Trump decided to use the heavy hammer, right? He pulled out the big guns, and he said Mr. Maduro has to go. But Mr. Trump and his advisors are also very smart. They know that you cannot occupy Venezuela with U.S. troops. Because if you did that, it would be worse than Iraq. It might even be even worse than Vietnam. Venezuela is a place where people are indigenous to and living there. They understand the terrain, all the mountains, everything else. How are you going to occupy it and keep it? You cannot do that. So if you put U.S. troops on the ground, you get U.S. body bags coming back home. So he decided, look, what you're going to do is to take Mr. Maduro out of there and see if you could get a better deal with somebody else that is there. So that's the situation. That is where we are right now. I still believe to myself that Delcy Rodriguez would listen to what Mr. Trump has to say. She might even score some deals with him, but she would want to ensure that in scoring those deals with him, the Venezuelan people and also Mr. Maduro, who's in prison, does not get the short end of the stick. Because what we must realize is one thing. Mr. Trump has said that the oil in Venezuela belongs to him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't understand that. It would mean that the oil that I'm standing on in Trinidad is probably his own too.
Well, like I said, I'm not trying to bring Trinidad into it just yet.
Right? So the whole idea is simply this is a battle for resources. Venezuela oil, Venezuela gold, and other minerals and things that Venezuela has. They have rare earths and all of that. Right? So at the end of the day, I would only say this. What Mr. Trump has done is wrong. He violated the sovereignty of a nation in order to arrest someone who he alleges is a drug dealer. Because we know, how a matter of fact, they allege that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, and it was not so. Right? So at the end of the day, what you are seeing here is the power of the U.S., the might of the U.S. against everything else. And what we must do is ensure that what has happened here today, we make sure that we register a protest so strong and we try to ensure that it doesn't happen again. I thank you for listening.
All right. Thank you, member, for your contribution.
Who going to live in a foreign land?
I'll jump straight into the next one before we talk again. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are you? How are you?
Yeah, well, you know, America usually custom advantaging people for the resources. Don't forget the word resources. Your oil, your gold, anything you have. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, what happened now, wherever China go, they give you a win-win situation. They say 50% for you, 50% for me. We take out 10% for the equipment. Your side, my side, so we end up with 40%. When America go in, they give you 2%. Check in Guyana and see what's happening right now. Right? And then China with the BRICS, where they don't have to use the US dollar right now. They're mashing up the US dollar because no advantage again once you go with BRICS. And right now they realize that Venezuela going with BRICS, and they couldn't take that. China pay $19 billion in advance. That was about September. And right now America couldn't take that because they will not be using the American dollar, like how Gaddafi and all them do. So the American dollar going, this is the last bastion for the American dollar. So they couldn't take that. So they had to invade and see if they could move him and organize. But check and see, China is the one, wherever they are, they always uplift your country and they always give you money in advance. And America couldn't take that. That was the last bastion. The dollar ain't worth nothing because the Chinese is the real people anywhere they go. And while they organize the money, anything you want, even notice in Trinidad here, we were neutral. They get schools, the biggest school in Mova, in Market School. You had the one for the street people by the PTSC 5-story building with nurses, everybody could be there. You had the 5-apartment building by the grapefruit, all them thing, right? Anyway, see the gray steel, that was China with progress. But when you come close to America, they just back off. Notice all the jobs. They were employing people with their own money, organizing their own money, the buildings with their own money. But when you go close with America, as how you back up America, them just back off and leave you because America always carry to war. They always povertize you and give you a loan that you have to pay early, and they send you to the IMF. I don't know what went on with the Prime Minister. I wonder if it had anybody to back you up and guide you. So right now, all the progress what China was doing, all that done. Watch them. Go around and see. Right? And when she joined America, they send me in a war where they're advantaging somebody. I don't know what madness went on. I was wondering if she had a proper advisor, could the advisor stay away or do like Mr. Rowley was doing. Stay in the center, don't go to the side. And China always move good with you. Always remember BRICS is what's happening right now, and America can't take that. Honestly with your dollar. China have the manufacturing capacity, they educate the people, 1.5 million engineers a year, they upthink the whole world, and they charge and they large and they're always quiet. They're looking for war. And they tell America, don't worry the fight, look to make money, trade and all that. But America hardened. Them is yellow people now. And you know America is from the English thing, if you're white, you're supposed to be rich. Remember the words I always tell everybody, you save, invest, and be cheap and tight and focused. I say it for 50 years. China do it for 40 years. And they're accustomed being on top. And you know what them in charge of the world right now. They're large and in charge. Let me stop it now. I think they're educating themselves right now. Thank you.
Thank you, member. Now, I received a message
So much of things that we need to see.
with some closer insight onto the reason for the U.S. invasion of Venezuela. Now, it comes on two sides.
As I do, the only way is putting more effort and less play.
Someone from the outside looking in, and I do have a perspective from a Venezuelan from the inside looking out. So I'm going to read the both to you now. And you guys take in the information and form your opinions as you will. Let's go. The real reason for the U.S. invasion of Venezuela goes back to an agreement struck by Henry Kissinger with Saudi Arabia in 1974. And I'm going to explain why this is actually about the very survival of the U.S. dollar itself. Not drugs, not terrorism, not democracy, air quotes. Remember, this is not my explanation. This is a think piece. It's about the petrodollar system that has allowed the United States to remain the dominant economic power for 50 years, and Venezuela just threatened to put an end to it. Here's what really happened. Venezuela holds 303 billion barrels of proven oil reserves, the largest in the world, more than Saudi Arabia, 20% of global oil. But here's what matters. Venezuela was actively selling this oil in Chinese yuan, not US dollars. In 2018, Venezuela announced its intention to free itself from the dollar. They began accepting yuan, euros, rubles, everything except dollars for oil. They applied to join the BRICS. They set up direct payment channels with China, completely bypassing the SWIFT system. And they had enough oil to finance de-dollarization for decades. Why does that matter? Because the entire U.S. financial system rests on one thing, the petrodollar. In 1974, Henry Kissinger made a deal with Saudi Arabia. All oil sold worldwide must be priced in U.S. dollars. In exchange, America guarantees military protection. This single agreement created artificial global demand for U.S. dollars. Every country in the world needs dollars to buy oil. This allows the United States to print money at will while other countries work for it. It funds the military, the welfare state, deficit spending. The petrodollar is more important to American hegemony than aircraft carriers. and there is a recurring pattern of what happens to leaders who challenge it. 2000, Saddam Hussein announces Iraq will sell its oil in euros instead of dollars. 2003, invasion, regime change. Iraqi oil is immediately switched back to dollars. Saddam Hussein is lynched. Weapons of mass destruction were never found because they never existed. 2009, Muammar Gaddafi proposes a gold-backed African currency, the gold dinar, for oil trade. Leaked emails from Hillary Clinton herself confirm this was the primary reason for intervention. Email excerpt says, and I quote, "This gold was intended to establish a pan-African currency based on the Libyan gold dinar." In 2011, NATO bombs in Libya. Muammar Gaddafi is sodomized and murdered. Libya now hosts open-air slave markets. We came, we saw, we died. Sorry, we came, we saw, he died. Clinton laughed on camera. The gold dinar died with him. And now, Nicolas Maduro, with 5 times more oil than Saddam and Gaddafi combined, actively selling in yuan, creating payment systems outside dollar control, applying to join BRICS, partnering with China, Russia, and Iran, the 3 countries leading global de-dollarization. This is not a coincidence. Challenge the petrodollar. Regime change. Every single time. Stephen Miller, U.S. Homeland Security Advisor, literally said it out loud 2 weeks ago, and I quote, "The Venezuelan oil industry was built by the sweat, ingenuity, and labor of Americans. Its tyrannical expropriation constitutes the greatest theft of American wealth and property ever recorded." He's not hiding it. They claim Venezuelan oil belongs to America because U.S. companies exploited it 100 years ago. By that logic, every nationalized resource in history was a theft. But here's the deeper problem. The petrodollar is already dying. Russia has sold its oil in rubles and yuan since Ukraine. Saudi Arabia openly discusses yuan settlements. Iran has traded in non-dollar currencies for years. China created SIPS, its own SWIFT alternative, with 4,800 banks in 185 countries. BRICS are actively developing payment systems that completely bypass the dollar. The M-Bridge project allows central banks to settle transactions instantly in local currencies. Venezuela joining BRICS with its 303 billion barrels of oil would exponentially accelerate this process. That's the real stake of this invasion. This isn't about drug trafficking. Venezuela accounts for less than 1% of cocaine consumed in the U.S. It's not terrorism. There is absolutely no evidence that Maduro runs a terrorist organization. It's not democracy. The U.S. supports Saudi Arabia, which holds no elections. This is about preserving a 50-year-old deal that allows America to print money while the world works for it. And the consequences are terrifying. Russia, China, and Iran already call this an armed aggression. China is Venezuela's largest oil customer. They are losing billions. BRICS countries are watching the invasion of a country that trades outside the dollar. Every country considering de-dollarization just received the message. Defy the dollar and we will bomb you. But here's the problem. That message may accelerate de-dollarization rather than stop it. Because now, every country in the global south knows what happens when you threaten dollar hegemony. And they realize the only protection is to move faster. The timing is insane too. January 3rd, 2006. Venezuela is invaded, Maduro is captured. January 3rd, in 1990, invasion of Panama, capture of Noriega, 36 years apart, almost to the day. Same scenario, same drug trafficking excuse. The same real reason, control of strategic resources and trade routes. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. What happens next? Trump's press conference at Mar-a-Lago sets the tone. U.S. oil companies are already lining up. Politico reported they were approached about a return to Venezuela. The opposition will be installed. Oil will once again be priced in dollars. Venezuela becomes another Iraq, another Libya. But here's the question no one asks. What happens when you can what happens when you can no longer dominate the dollar through bombing? When will China have enough economic leverage to strike back? When BRICS control 40% of global GDP and say no more dollars? When will the world realize the petrodollar is maintained through violence? America has just shown its hand. The question is whether the rest of the world accepts it or calls the bluff. Because this invasion is an admission that the dollar can no longer compete on its own merits. When you have to bomb countries to make them keep using your currency, that currency is already dying. Venezuela is not the beginning. It's the desperate end. I know that was a lot to listen to and a lot to take in. And I realize that a lot of you who were very much on the notion that the bombings of the boats was for the drug trafficking and the narco-terrorism. I realize that a lot of y'all are very quiet this afternoon. Is it that the bombs attacking Caracas shook you up a little bit? Is it that you can clearly see it because Trump said it out of his own mouth? We are going to run Venezuela.
For our country we must have regard. Forget all your different.
Man literally said the oil that they stolen, it's ours now.
And on what to progress we surely will.
And what are you gonna do about it?
Because now.
But more than anything, this is just setting a precedent, guys. Remember, this is not the only part of the world where this is happening, you know.
To build a strong and better nation.
What is now to stop Russia from continuing its assault on Ukraine? What is to stop China from actively going to war and going into Taiwan and kidnapping their leader? Similar situations are playing out all over the world, and I called it before the main crime families of the world: US, Russia, China. They all want to rule their part of the world, and they realize they are all stoking the fires in their own particular parts of the world and not crossing swords with each other, at least not yet. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, we thank you for educating, elevating, raising the thinking of our people, because a lot of us don't read and don't understand what's going on. Whoever sending that, we compliment them, because we need our people to be educated and elevated, especially financially. And understand them when a man with 30 years, he must have money to mind a woman and children until the day he dies, and stop the old talk. And no money, you got better leave it. You can't carry with you and stupidness. I thank you for your position on the radio station. Keep it up. Go on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, member. And yeah, that was actually forwarded to me by Helen and Lewis. So, Mrs. Lewis, if you are paying attention, the callers are very much thankful for you sending over that message for me to read. And we'll take a look at the other think piece, which comes actually from a Venezuelan. And I want to go dive into that one as well when we come back, because every story has two sides, and we need to hear the other side. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Play away, break away, play away. 1, 2, break away. It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away, break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away, break away.
It's bacchanal in the play away, break away. Win up to 30 to 1 on the base, 130 to 1 with the Juve ball, 135 to 1 with the steel pan ball, and 150 to 1 with the soccer ball. Wager on at least one mega mix option for a chance to break away with bigger play away prizes this carnival.
It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away, break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away, break away.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
This is the voice of Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana, Trinidad and Tobago. Our school is open. Call in all the 12 tribes. Join us in our classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Sabbath service on Saturday. We are located at LP number 1, Morris Street, Point 14, Trinidad and Tobago. Feel free to contact us at 868-479-8286 or please email us at isupktrinidad@gmail.com. Join us and experience that true brotherhood, sisterhood, that love, that compassion you have always been searching for. ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago. Shalom.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Palori, fry, bake, roti, and doubles too, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and enjoy a spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready for words, wit, and raw lyrical fire. It's Kaisorama 2026, the ultimate extempo and freestyle competition where only the sharpest minds survive. On Monday, February 2nd, the battle begins at Radisson Hotel with the preliminary round at 7 p.m. Watch the nation's best extempo giants go head-to-head, thinking fast, rhyming faster. Then it all comes down to the grand final on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m. at Napa. One crown, one champion. Pure lyrical mastery. Think you have what it takes? Registration is now open until Friday, January 30th at all Tuco offices. Tickets, preliminary $150, grand final $250. Don't miss the clash of culture, creativity, and calypso brilliance. Kaisorama 2026, where lyrics rule and legends are born.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Remember the key to
all
success
rise.
is working hard.
All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say, that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. bunch of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. 'Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Success is working hard for our
breakaway. There's a carnival with higher payouts on the Juve, Steel Pan, and Soca balls. The breakaway draw gives you a chance to win bigger prizes when you wager at least one mega mix option. Breakaway with Playway today. Must be 18 years and older to play, and of course, please play responsibly. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. If you're just joining us, it's super late. for one. Two, welcome back to the Street Council. We are officially back off of our holiday break. Wishing you a very happy and prosperous 2026 in the process. Speaker of the House, Hashim the Dream presiding. And yeah, we talking the things, boy. Because you know, every time we go on a break, that's when the world decides to give us the most rugadoo imaginable. So, you know, par for the course at this point. And just before the break, we got a very deep think piece on the real reason why America started this invasion of Venezuela. Like I said, a lot of y'all who were supporting Trump and everything, y'all very quiet today. I ain't too sure. I think because he finally said it out loud, now y'all can't really come to his defense like that. It's not about the narco trafficking, it's not about the thing, it's the oil. But more importantly than the oil, it's about the US dollar. The US dollar remaining the most dominant currency on the planet. Because other countries are starting to band together, they realize they can't beat America physically. Because yeah, they have the biggest toys to play with when it comes to taking out people. If America wanted, they could set off nukes on everybody right now. Just press the button, label every country, push the big red button, and most of the world would probably go out in one swoop if somebody was that crazy. But they realize that they are stronger together in other aspects. It's wild. It's wild.
This also goes for every Trinbagonian.
And I want to get on some aspects from the inside as well. And we will in a short time. But let me just take this call real quick. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Hashim the Dream. Happy New Year to you, man.
Hey, Mr. Huckett, how you doing? Happy New Year, sir.
Okay, thanks much. Well, it sounds like you had a lot of harm and Turkey and everything else, but anyhow, back to business. Well,
indeed.
Well, this Latin American politics, is a situation. I heard a lot of political commentators calling the show and your show, and I do not agree with most of what they were saying. This Venezuelan is still a very complex issue. Chavez has gone. Delcy Rodriguez, I think she was recently assented as acting president in Venezuela. Now, Delcy Rodriguez, I understand her father was a gentleman named Enrique Rodriguez, who was a politician in the 70s, and I think he was assassinated. And Delcy has another brother they call Jorge Rodriguez, and apparently Delcy was supposed to be appointed president even before Maduro, but Chavez, in his wisdom, he handpicked Maduro, and Maduro was made president upon the death of Maduro was vice president and another president on the death of Chavez. Now, what the problems I have with Maduro, I don't know if Maduro had the competencies or the know-how, how to, or the education, how to deal with with political, opposition in terms of like the president of America, whoever it was, because we must remember too that people saying Trump and Trump, President Joe Biden had given Maduro 3 months to produce the election list, otherwise similar action would have been taken. So people talking about Trump and Trump, this is a American operation, right? So whether it was Democratic or whether it was Republican in office, most likely the exercise would have ended up in the same situation. So I do not know, where we're going with this thing. But it's interesting that in Venezuela now there are Maduro co-supporters right? And then you'll have Delcy supporters now in the cabinet and whatever, and in the administration in Venezuela. So these people will have to agree until a fresh and fair election is called, you know, to have a new government appointed. So we have to look at this. And this thing about with the cocaine and Colombia and Venezuela being not a producer of cocaine. Venezuela may not be a producer of cocaine, but the cocaine passes through Venezuela for transshipment. And old people always say the upholder is worse than the thief. So we have to look at this too, right? Although it is said elementary, I think Colombia may be attacked sometime if they do not change their ways, the government of Colombia. So there's a whole lot of issues. We're thankful that we didn't get no collateral damage in this whole exercise, and we just have to look and see what could be gained for our population here, right? As a result of that exercise to remove Maduro. And then it comes to the original point of young children going to thief orange, and while you're on the tree, all your friends leave you and they're gone. So Maduro no we not sell there, and I am not seeing much, people much support for him on the outside. I do not know, maybe I just do not know that, but I am not seeing evidence of that. I'm not really following up too much on the especially on the TV. So I do not know. So we have to watch and see, and you see, as a head of a government in the world, wherever, people have to realize that you being head, you will have people with oversight over you, and that is where the concept of the international policeman and imperial overstretch, that power that America carries, right? So we have people talking about, oh, America can't do America. There's the Monroe Doctrine. Now I could give a whole dissertation on this thing, right? But I just trying to stay, because I don't want nobody coming and say, talking whatever. Other people talk, no knowledge in this kind of thing. Talking. I study a lot of Latin American politics. Because when I bounced up Latin American politics, I was very interested in that subject. Yeah. So that is how it is. And we keep monitoring the situation and hoping for the best. So, brother, you take care. I don't want to go much deeper because there are things that we want to say, but which I will not say. So, and that is my contribution as far as that topic is concerned. So, okay, so bye.
All right.
Thanks.
That's Mr. Akita. Yeah. I know it's still so much going on. It's still developing as it goes, guys. Yeah, I'm not saying that Venezuela is not free of the drug problem. That's not what we're saying at all. It's just not. Now is the time. It's just not the reason that instead of staying out there and free, that Trump wants all this beef with America. More than ever, we must show. And I'm thinking a lot of you are starting to see that now. To build a strong and better nation, I say. But like I said before the break, I also had a different perspective to give. So yes, there was the think piece on the, America is trying to fight the de-dollarization of its country, of its nation's currency in the oil trade. The tactics that they used in the past to get it done, and the reasons why they did it. And mind you, I remember reading or listening to the news coming up and how the media, American media, portrayed Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi as villains and dictators and all of that. And when a lot of the one of the hugest media consumption of world news comes from American media such as CNN and NBC and the likes, But and again, those are American media stations, so they are going to paint a lot of stories in a light that shows America as the victims or the conquering heroes of the story, right? And whereas in some cases that definitely was the case, like what they did for retribution on Al Qaeda and Osama bin Laden for what he did to the Twin Towers. With perspective and a lot of people having more access to social media and not just depending on traditional news for their stories, people understand a little bit more now that it goes a lot deeper than that. Right? I remember what they did. I don't know if you remember. I remember what they did to Muammar Gaddafi. They dragged that man through the streets, pelting him with stone. They they beat that man all the way to his executioner's block. Crazy, right? And after the wiping out of these leaders, what happens? The US dollar gets just a little bit more valuable again for a little while longer. But again, let me take this over to the Venezuelan perspective, because we also got a second playing of our Soca Road March pick of the day coming up from Royal Castle. Yeah, so that's going to run twice in our shows, guys, so be prepared for that, for the carnival season. We'll get a taste of the different soca hits of 2026 as we count down closer to Carnival Day, which is February 16th. That's Tuesday morning, so bear that in mind. So let's dive into this other perspective. This one comes from a Venezuelan, and I want you to hear their thoughts on it. Alright? You have to edit some parts here and there, but okay. Let's go. From a Veni. I'm only going to say this once, and I don't care if it makes people uncomfortable. If you have never lived in Venezuela, if you did not grow up there, if you did not watch your country collapse in real time, if you did not stand in food lines, if you did not watch your parents lose everything they built, if you did not have to leave your home with nothing, then shut the hell up. You do not have an opinion, your opinion does not matter, and you don't get to lecture anyone about what's happening there. I am Venezuelan. I lived there most of my life until my early 20s. I watched my country go from a functioning democracy to full-blown socialism right in front of my eyes. This is not politics to me, this is trauma. Before socialism, Venezuela was not perfect, but it worked. There was trade, there was money coming in, there was investments from the US, there were jobs, there was food, there was medicine. My family had 5 businesses. We had our home, we had investments, we had a future. Then the government started nationalizing everything. Private companies were taken, foreign investors were pushed out, imports were blocked, price controls destroyed, production, corruption exploded, and everything died. Not slowly, violently. People didn't suddenly become poor because of capitalism or the US or whatever BS slogan people like to repeat online. They became poor because socialism destroyed incentives, destroyed production, destroyed trust, and destroyed hope. People today in Venezuela are not debating ideology. They are trying to survive. They are trying to find food, trying to find medication, trying to keep their families alive. So when I see people in the West posting from comfortable homes, full fridges, stable currencies, and safe streets, talking about imperialism or US bad or Trump this or that, no, it's not complicated. You're just ignorant. China is not rebuilding Venezuela. Russia is not rebuilding Venezuela. Cartels are not rebuilding Venezuela. They are stealing, they are extracting, they are draining what's left. If the U.S. comes in and reinvests, if refineries get rebuilt, if infrastructure gets restored, if imports open back up, if food, water, and medicine become accessible again, if people can work and earn with dignity, then yes, let them take all the oil they want, because at least something gets built instead of destroyed. This is something to celebrate, not because it's perfect, but because for the first time in a long time, there is hope. Hope that families can eat. Hope that people don't have to flee their country. Hope that Venezuela can function again. If you've never lived through a country collapsing, if you've never watched socialism destroy everything around you, if you've never had to leave your home because staying meant starvation, and then again, shut the hell up. This isn't theory. This isn't politics. This is lived experience. Now, this is coming from a Venezuelan who experienced the worst of what this entire experience had to offer. And again, in this particular instance, it is so complex as to what is happening. Because we know that Maduro in particular was a particularly ruthless leader, and that Venezuela was not in the best state economy-wise. Right? Now, I personally, this particular account, and this particular Venezuelan is particularly blaming socialism as the problem, and I still don't. I sympathize with his plight and his story, and with all Venezuelans who have experienced this trauma. But I don't want to entirely blame the problem on socialism. Because when the companies were, expelled from Venezuela, the oil companies that chose to take the bigger piece of the pie, ask yourself this: would America have ever entered a deal like that, where they were getting the small end of the stick? No. Absolutely not. I could never in any reality see the United States. Let's say that let's say that Trinidad and Tobago, we were buying, I don't know, to build a strong and better nation. Let's say America had the biggest deposit of liquid mercury in the world. I'm just talking out through my teeth right now, right? And as Trinidad and Tobago, we said we want all the liquid mercury. And whatever we get 90% of it, and you, America, you take 10. America gonna watch you in your face, press a red button, and send a. You know what? Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there, Dream. But you understand, right? America would never enter a deal where they receive the short end of the stick. But when they are in deals with others, they expect to get the biggest piece of the pie. So much of things it has to work both ways. Because I'm sure when Chavez approached them and said, hey, this isn't right, we need a bigger cut of this. This needs to change. It needs to either be a little 50-50. Let's play. Or at the very least, Venezuela needs to be getting more. And those oil companies said, hell no. Because they like the money that they're getting. They like exploiting the resources and getting the biggest piece of the pie. And so Chavez said, okay, get out of my country. So come let us walk hand in hand. Which he was well within his right to do as a leader. Come my brother, come my sister. And going back to what this person said, together. You know, God, I don't have a lot of time here. He said specifically that it is not perfect, but it is something. Take all the oil you want. because I think it's going to be better than what we've ever had. You know, and I think that is a very dangerous precedent to think about. Yes, we all want better. But you're willing to trade in the bad, what you have now, and maybe in the temporary that you may be hopeful that something good is coming.
Come home and do something.
But when you don't have a clear path forward, it is very likely that what is coming is even worse than what you had before.
Discipline.
Anyway, let's take this quick pause. I've got another road march of the day coming in here. And y'all take this one in. This one is coming from Via Rain, and it's called Juve Morning. Y'all check it out.
Because this is our land. Come, my brother.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Make the jam in time. Via Rain. I can feel it in the air, the mood of the atmosphere, telling me carnival is mad. How to get myself thinking. Early, early in the morning, I done feeling the vibe is falling. Juve morning. Early, early in the morning, I just feeling to wine or something. Juve morning. My team done link up, turn up, we sync up. Everybody had their drinks up, we outside like an army. Watch your clock, watching the clock, waiting for four on the dot. Lined up behind the truck, and as the bus you bus, that's when you know carnival starts now. The bacchanal starts now. And I'm winding down low. Carnival starts now. The bacchanal starts now. Early, early in the morning, I done feeling the vibe is falling. Juve morning. Early, early in the morning, I just feeling to wine or something. Juve morning. Oh, yeah, we waiting for this time to go on the road and play. Put all the stress away, leave all the problems behind. Time to go on the road and play. Put all the stress away. Juve morning, that's when you know carnival start now. The bacchanal start now. Then on and winding down low. Carnival start now. The bacchanal start now. Early, early in the morning, I done feeling the vibe is falling. Juve morning. Early, early in the morning, I just feeling to wine on something. Juve morning. Oh, yeah, we waiting. Time to go on the road and play. Time to go on the road and play.
Postman again. Hey. Ticket book already, hotel book already, rental reserve already, pocket full of our money, enough y'all inside the army, are ready to party. Hey, this is carnival rising. Carnival time is so special to me. Plenty fetting, good vibes and high energy. I love the sexy freedom, the women display. It's the vacation experience with fetting every day. Ocean view, balancing with my crew, pumping like a superstar with no work to do. No problem, I study it, no negativity. Jumping with me, this one for my army, me and my soca army. This one for the hot gal them who independent and love the carnival vibes. Yeah. I don't want no bad vibes, all I want is good vibes. It's plenty drinking when I lie in. Please don't bother me when you see me whining, and if you see me drifting, just leave me alone. I just come to
Road March energy? Check. Royal Castle flavor? Double check. Let's dive into the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Baby, when you whine on me,
somebody just go on the telephone.
I get wet. I get I'm looking on through the party. I hope I find you there. And when I hold on your body, I'm gonna say my name. Like this is respectfully. Don't get a party. Me and my baby, grooving and jamming, grooving and jamming. The music sweet, and we feeling sweet. I ain't ashamed to say. Every night and day, I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. I want to love you right, yeah. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. When the rhythm pumping up, it's everybody jumping up. We sweating, we sweating. And when the sun is blazing, it's party like we crazy. We betting, all are we betting. Take a trip, dance a dance. Everybody saying something, but you talking the loudest every time. I'm coming back. I only want to fetch with you. I'm looking on through the party. I hope I find you there. And when I hold on your body, I'm gonna say my name. Like this is respectfully yours. Don't get a party. Me and my baby, grooving and jamming, grooving and jamming. The music sweet, and we feeling sweet. I ain't ashamed to say, every night and day. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. I want to love you right, yeah. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you.
That was the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, hey, bunch of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is putting more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation.
Yeah, so guys, that was once again your
So come let us walk hand in hand.
Road March song of the day, courtesy of Royal Castle. It sounds a full-blown, respectfully yours. Once again, go and check it out, you know. That's one of the ones that's definitely taking over the carnival season. And rightfully so. The tune's sweet, the tune's sweet.
This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land.
And so we are also in our final
now is the time
hour here, which you know is also known as what is not a crime but should be a crime. For those of you who may have some crimes over the holiday season that you wish to report, by all means,
and production to build a strong and better.
Do let us know.
I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is
I do have a crime to report, but I will do it a little bit later down before we close off the show.
together.
Now, if you're just joining us, you know, we're just speaking on the both perspectives of the current ongoing crisis in Venezuela. And we've taken it from essentially both sides, you know. The world watching from outside and those actually experiencing it on the ground on the inside. Because I've watched the protests that have been taking place in America and in other places, calling you know, what Trump has done is unjust, violating laws, which it has. Please make no mistake, it has, and is setting a bad precedent for countries around the world. There are other countries that also do not like each other and may definitely use this as a excuse. No other better word for it than that. They will use it as an excuse to validate or justify doing similar things or the exact same thing in whatever conflict or situation they may have with another country. Like I said, there was supposed to be peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. What is to stop Vladimir Putin from backing out of that now and just being like, you know what? You're right, President Trump. You can go into country and take what you want. I will go to Ukraine. I will take Ukraine because Ukraine belongs to Mother Russia. What are you going to do about it? You understand? Wants to stop Xi Jinping from invading Taiwan and taking their leader captive. I'm not about to do a Chinese interpretation. Don't you ask. I ain't crossing that road at all. But yeah. But in these protests, you're not finding Venezuelans who are mad about it. As we've been seeing around, even here locally in our own fair sweet TNT. Many of the migrants immigrants, I should say, sorry. Many immigrants who work here was caught on news stations, news sites, singing and happy that this has happened, you know. And even when asked would they go back, they said, well, some of them said, yeah, they would. But others are, you know, here for the same reasons. They are sending money to help their families. That is the main reason most Venezuelans live here or escape to here. A chance to better their lives for themselves and people back home. That's why they're so diligent, so hardworking. And so it means something different to them than just, you know, removing a leader from power. But what I don't want to happen is for them to gain some semblance of hope only for it to just be snatched away from them entirely when something worse comes along out of this situation. And please believe, if we are not careful, something worse will come along.
As well as I do, the only way is putting.
And I think that's even worse than just living in despair. Because you could be in this. Being in despair is one thing, but to gain hope in that despair only for something worse to happen, that's an even worse feeling. Some of us out there knows exactly what that feels like. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey! Hello, good afternoon, DJ Dream.
What are you saying, KFC? Well, Happy New Year to you, sir.
Well, KFC make it to see 2026 left to see many more.
That's what we talking about, dog.
Well, they try to barbecue me, they try to fry me. Because chickens are all over for the Christmas season, but I'm alive.
That's good. Who job bless no
So
man curse, bro?
Yeah, who job bless no man curse? Well, I just rock back and taking in. I want to come out there, I just waited to see now, because things what I see today blow my mind.
You see things today?
I just waited. Eh?
You see things today?
But seeing things happening, but things that happening around my circle, a strong supporter like me went out there, who do all kind of political victimized talk this, that. I seen the next side, them eating proper, a whole team, and I know they can't win, no matter what, they give them this, they give them that, they can't win down there. So they just keep on trying to fight me by dream about who job lost to back. Well, yesterday I went to thank all the family to go City Mall. Enjoy that and enjoy life. Small one back out to school, because you know school open. And KFC, that's rock back and that's taking the politics and all unfair game just blow over. So Dream, KFC alive. Allow KFC alive, you come on and blow fire on the wicked.
All right. Good
Bless.
things, man. Bless up yourself. Good to see you up and moving, KFC. Pick up yourself. Yeah, today the children also went back to school. So I know a lot of y'all are most happiest when they're out of your house for 8 hours and not eating you out of everything. But oh gosh, it was Christmas. I'm sure there was food enough for everybody. I am hoping that there's enough food for everybody. I know everybody's situation is different. I guess before we get out of here, I can do a little bit of crimes of my own. And you know, my good brethren, the Kuva Lord, always has an incident to report to your boy. So I'm load this one up for y'all right now. Another weird food-related incident here in Trinbago. And Christmas season over, so don't worry. There's no more violations of pastels, at least not until next Christmas season. But this one came in, and oh God, this one was weird. I'm curious to find out how many of y'all would consider this one a crime. But I'm gonna let the Kuva Lord take it from here. If you're watching on the YouTube, you tell me what you think.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Who is this? What? No. I'm trying to have a good day, boy. It's only the second day of the year. I'm trying to have a good day. You absolutely cannot like sauce this much. No. I thought we was gonna have a good year, you know. But guana sauce, boy. Only for real, like most Chinese, I like my wild meat, dog. I like my wild meat. And we know how scarce it is to just catch a guana like that. God smile on you and allow you to get a guana. And the first thing you choose to do is make sauce. Somebody should just see you in the road and bounce you down. That is what I think. I honestly think that. Nice guana, some piper risky life to get. And you just on that piper, whole experience. I sure you pay cheap for that. You don't respect the piper. Hard effort. This is the problem with today's society, you know. We no longer respect the pipers in our society. And you really need to show the pipers and them some love and respect, dog. If we can't show the pipers in our community a little bit of respect, who we gonna show respect, boy? I think if you can't respect the common piper, use a piper now. You. And don't get me wrong at all. As a man really like sauce. Sauce is a bad local cuisine, dog. But I am a firm believer that there's only certain meat in the sauce. And notice I say meat. So don't come and talk about corn sauce again. So all in all, respect and love your pipers in the community. Now, they just work hard to catch them guana and manico and thing for it. And by respecting them, I mean, don't make sauce with guana now. Guana sauce is no. That is a no.
Remember the key to
Who put the idea of saucing iguana?
regard.
What?
Forget all your differences, let we start to build.
Yo, if nothing else, right? Trinbagonians are probably the most creative group of people on the face of the earth. Sometimes to their own detriment, huh?
A strong and better nation.
Because who thinks to sauce an iguana?
That is the main.
Now, this one, I don't know if it will revoke my little Trini status here. I'm not a big lover of sauce. I do want to try iguana. I've not had the privilege of trying one. But I'm not about to try iguana in sauce. I'm telling you that much. You need to roast that bad boy, barbecue it, fry it, something. But putting it in a sauce just seems wrong. You know? Like my boy says, you sauce certain meats. A chicken sauce.
So much of things that we need.
Makes sense. Some of y'all put chicken foot in sauce.
Surely.
Again, why you all eating toenails, I do not understand. But
you know as well as I do the only way.
Not iguana, boy.
But unless play.
I feel like that is a waste of wild meat.
No.
At least to me.
Ever we must show.
Y'all can form your own opinions if you feel that is a crime or not.
Tolerance and production.
But hey, that's my reported crime of the day.
I say.
My boy Anderson said that's a huge no. Ew.
So
yeah.
Let us go.
Yeah, it ain't making sense.
It's our land.
It ain't making sense. And Anderson's supposed to know better than me. So if he's saying that's a no, then definitely not.
Together.
I definitely not wasting a good iguana on that. And again, respect the pipers in your community, yeah? Guys, we are about to close up shop here on our first session back for the new year on the Street Council. Lots of healthy conversations today, and of course, appreciate each and every one of you for calling and contributing. And of course, if you have your own think pieces, please feel free to send. Once your boy can vet it, I will definitely read it as well. You know,
this also goes for every Trinbago.
Don't just sit back and wait for the conversation. Y'all create the conversation same way too. All right. I'm glad that this was a productive session. It's good to be back.
Do something.
Wishing you all once again a very happy new year on behalf of the council and the Street 919 FM, of course. You all stick and stay to my recollection. The third umpire comes up next. So until tomorrow, love, light, and to its light. Let's get this year started.
That is the main
It's your boy Hashim the Dream. Council is adjourned.
Let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us
You got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
Nature's Touch Massage Therapy and Nutrition and Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan invites you to join us live on the Street 919 FM every second and fourth Friday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp the numbers 398-8282 or our office numbers 241-7568 and 310-8671. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our responsibility.
You want to find something great to do with your Tuesday nights? You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place in our hearts and in our homes. Let's bring church home to you. Join us every Tuesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. with your hosts, Kempes and Kevin. Be inspired, be blessed right here on the Street 91.9 FM.
Falling in love with Jesus.
This is Rep Your District, brought to you by District TT Media, a soul-stirring television series celebrating